Hi students, today in our class we are going to study about characteristics of conflict. Let's start our class. The first characteristics of conflict is universal. It means we can find in every society. Without conflict, we can never see a society where we can say there is no conflict. It is present in almost all the societies. The role of the conflict as a fundamental factor in the social life of man. In some societies, conflict may be very acute and vigorous, while in some others, it may be very mild. You can say conflict is universal because no society we find in without conflict. The next characteristics of conflict is a conscious action. It means the person who involves in conflict, he must be aware of the matter of the for what matter they are conflicting. In individual and group who are involved in conflict are aware of the fact that they are conflicting. So we can say conflict is a conscious action. The next characteristics is conflict is personalized by competition. When competition is personalized, it leads to conflict. Means we can say when competition become personalized, one can take personally a competition. It create a conflict in the struggle to overcome from other person or a group. The goal is temporarily related to a level of secondary. When someone can take the competition personally, the goal became secondary. It became a struggle to overcome from the other person or a group. The next characteristics of conflict is not conscious, not continuous but intermittent. The next characteristics of conflict is not continuous but intermittent. It means it is irregular. We cannot say conflict is continuous process in society or between individuals. It is irregular. It can it depends on situation or a matter. It is not continuous but it is irregular or there is no fixed time. Conflict never take place continuously, it take place occasionally. No society can sustain itself in a state of continuous conflict. As I told you, conflict is not continuously. We can't say we cannot say conflict is a continuous process or it happens in every society. But it happens in every society. It is universal, but it is not continuous process. The next characteristics of conflict is a condition conditioned by culture. Conflict is affected by the nature of the group and its particular culture. The objects of conflict may be property, power and status, freedom of action, or any other, which is highly desired values. So the objects of conflict means any it may be the property of power or status or any other personal matter. Conflict is became it is they are they can be an object of it became a reason for conflict is take birth. The culturally determined the culturally determined values of a society will set the stage of for this struggle. The next is conflict and norms. Not only culture modifies conflict and its forms, but also control and governs itself. It means culture. We can't say culture only modifies conflict and its forms, but it control and govern. Our culture teaches our behavior, way of behavior, how to tackle the problem when problem arises in certain matter. Uh, so conflict guide norms. So we can say sometimes culture control it became a control through culture. The next characteristics is frustration and insecurity promote conflict. Sometimes factors like frustration and insecurity promote conflicts within the same society. Individuals feel frustrated if they are thoroughly disturbed in their attempts to reach their goal. These goals may be desired for power, position, prestige, status, health, money. We can say when individual become disturbed or a kind of feeling of frustrated when he can't achieve his aim or what he expect of. When he did get that, it became frustrated kind of feeling. It create a conflict. And the next is the insecurity, like when individual became insecure from topic like economic crisis, employment. It create insecurity in a individual. It become a way of creating conflict. In extreme case of this sort, one may even lose mental balance and or even commit suicide. These are the 7 characteristics of conflict. Hope you understand. Thanks for listening.